Okay, if you're like me and you're not great with color, I want to show you a couple things that you can do. One is you can go to the internet and you can say, Internet, what does a tauntaun look like? And you'll see they are majestic creatures. Okay? You may want to paint it lifelike, which I think this would be crazy. So one of the things that you can do is grab an image from offline, drag it into your Photoshop document, and it'll come in as just an extra layer. And then you can name that layer reference. So you can turn it on and off as your tauntaun needs warrant. Right. If you're like, lady, I'm not here to make a realistic tauntaun. I want to get crazy with it. You check this out. Window, extensions, Kuler. How many of you guys have used Kuler? Oh my God, Kuler is my favorite thing in the world. Okay, Kuler lets you browse for colors. So if we typed in Star Wars, it gives you color schemes that people have created. Like, look at this business. This is Yoda's, this is Darth Maul's, this is Wookiees. I am sure, if you type in Hoth, yep. I know it for a fact because I've made some. Let's see how many. Oh, look at the nerds. I love it. I make these of my neighborhoods because on your phone you can have the app where you take a photograph and then in Kuler it will make a 5-color swatch of that photograph. I'm going to show you. It's genius. It's literally the coolest thing. So if you're like, well, you know what? I like this Hoth colors. They make me feel good. Click here and you can edit the theme, which will allow you, if you're like, this color here is really dark, you may want to pull that out a little bit. You can adjust it. Right, maybe not as purple, maybe a little more blue. And then, if you look at the bottom, you can name and save this theme or just add this theme to your swatches. So I'm going to do that. When I go to Window and get my swatches panel, I have all of my normal swatches and the last couple, which are from Hoth. So I'm going to go back to Browse. So if you like Hoth with some oranges, which is a little sassy, I like it. You can very quickly add it to your swatches panel and it will appear at the end. I'm going to get a lot of these. I like Hoth-like also. Okay. I'm going to add that to swatches. All right. Now I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your minds because when I saw it, it totally blew my mind. I'm going to save this image. Okay. And then I'm going to Kuler.com, which is now a part of Adobe. So I forgot to just go to Google. I forget, sorry. Go to Google. And then go to Kuler in Photoshop, and you'll see that it just has a different URL. The URL is kuler.adobe.com. Now you guys all have an Adobe account, yeah? So this page looks pretty dark. Oh, I'm mono. All right. Let's copy and paste that and open that up in Chrome and see if we have any better luck. We're not going to be defeated. Do you feel defeated? It's not going to happen. Okay, I got this. Ah, perfect. Okay, so check this out. You sign in. This is so cool. You sign in, and then you go to your camera, create from image, and then you go to your desktop, pull up Luke Tauntaun, open, and what? It makes it for you. And if you're like, I'm not really interested in the color of Luke's face, you can pull those around. You can choose color moods. You want a colorful Tauntaun? A bright Tauntaun? I mean, look at that palette. It's gorgeous. Muted. I don't even know where they get that green from. Deep. Dark. I love dark. Love it. So I'm going to rename this. Call this Caterina's Hoth. And then, bam, save it. Now, I have it private, but why would I share that? Not share that with people. So I'm going to share it. And then I can download it. It will download as caterina's Hoth.asc. I'm going to go to my hard drive. Come over here a little bit. If you go into the student downloads, you'll see there it is. Double click on it. Too much happening. Double click on it. Oh, actually it's opening Illustrator on this computer, so let's not double click on it. Let's drag it over to our desktop. Okay? So now it lives right here on our desktop. In Photoshop, go to Swatches, pull down menu, load swatches, Caterina Hoth, open, bam, right at the end. All right? So this is a very cool way to use the Kuler on adobe.com to take a photograph and use those colors and have it make a palette for you that you can adjust at any time. And then you download it. Let's go back to, I don't know what's up with that business. Let's use Chrome. Download it right here. It downloads to the download folder on a Mac, which is located in Home on Downloads. Drag it to your hard drive, your desktop. Go back into Photoshop, Swatches panel, pull down, load swatches. Sound good? So that was about as confusing as I could make it on account of it tried to open an Illustrator and the Firefox wouldn't read it. But it's actually pretty straightforward, and once you do it once, you're going to fall in love with Kuler. I suggest getting the app for your phone. It's very cool, and you can make a lot of real fun palettes that you can use in here. Okay. So that is how to get a little Shazam, a little jazz hands in your color.